Hey, I'm just going to go and have a look at the coin and stamp fair that's being held close to where I live. So I'll just show you. It's in an exhibition centre over here, so I'll show you when I'm there. Here we are. It's actually an auction, so we're going to have a look around and see what's here. These are stamps, stamp albums. I don't really follow stamps, but there's good money in them. I'm more interested in the coins. Anyway, seems like most people are into stamps. There's a lot of stamps here. So I'll just try and go over here a bit and see. Well, so far I can't see any coins. I can only see stamps. I used to collect stamps when I was a kid. I liked animals and birds. So, yeah. So there's all sorts of collectibles. Some of them have actually got like stamps, but they've got coins with them. So there's Australian ones, of course. Yeah, see, that's the sort of thing I like. Butterflies and all that sort of thing. Just something different. Beetle stamps. Birds. Australian animals. So there really is a lot of different ones. Some of them I don't understand, they're just postcards. Yeah, people collect all sorts of stuff, but yeah. There's some that have got coins with them. Nothing that sort of takes my eye. Not sure whether there's any silver, proper silver or gold here. And I'm not sure what time the auctions start, but yeah. It's just a bit of everything. Even some Chinesey ones there. All sorts. Anyway. Condition is everything when you're talking about stamps, so they've got to be undamaged. And yeah, I think some of them go for some pretty high prices. Anyway, that's me so far. How are you?
Hi.
really old coins. Really old coins.
One's 30.
Roman
so
coins.
It's a few minutes before they start. So
So,
the copies, if you go in through this doorway,
yeah. They're really old coins. And here's someone selling a box of coins. So these are boxes of coins. Yeah, so not many coins here. Anyway, I'll make that do for now. And hope you enjoyed. At the Belmont markets, it's a Sunday market where they sell all sorts of stuff. So I'm just having a look around. And it's been raining, I think, before I got up, so there's not that many people here. But yeah, that's alright. So I'll just have a look around and see what people are buying and selling. I used to come here and sell watches and coins and stuff, so yeah, that sort of stopped. But yeah, it's all second-hand stuff mainly. It's meant to be second-hand stuff mainly. But see what happens. Yeah, I'm actually looking at getting a bike, so maybe I'll find a bike here somewhere. But you've got to be careful. You've got to get one that's not wrecked. Anyway, this is what the Sunday market's like. They use the supermarket car park because the supermarket doesn't open till 11 o'clock, so this finishes at about 12:30. And yeah, so I'm just wandering around. There's usually a few bargains around if you know what you're looking for. Really, there is a bit of everything here. Later on I'll go to the fruit and veg market, show you that as well. Anyway, but it's usually packed with people here. It's not usually empty sites, but when the weather doesn't look good, lots of people don't come. Anyway, this is what I'm doing, mate. Want some gold jewellery? Fake. Yeah, so the only thing I'm really looking for is a bike, because I'm going to start biking like I used to. I used to bike everywhere. I didn't have a car, so yeah. Anyway, I'll have a wander around. Yeah, there definitely is a bit of everything here. Can't find something strange and quirky here, there's something wrong with you. Here's some plants. These are all succulents or cactus. Lots of pots and pans. A bit of everything. Some old silver. Didn't see any bikes that were any good, so I might have to do a vlog on going to a bike shop and looking for a bike, a new one. We'll go online for second hand. There's a lot of trees and plants and shrubs and bits and pieces people sell here too. grow their own. And old camera. A lot of clothes here. I just brought a pair of shorts and a shirt, nice summery ones for $3 for both. And I brought a stand for my phone for when I'm doing vlogs in the kitchen cooking. It's hard to cook with one hand, so yeah, there's a lot of like this sort of stuff, and you get a lot of original stuff. Like over here, you'll see. I'll show you. There's a boat over there. See that boat? That's very original. Probably made by someone. Yeah. So it's quite interesting just for looking around. Even if you're not going to buy, just come out on a Sunday before the shops open and have a look. Here's some of the similar to what I brought. Yeah. And so that's about it. I saw one of my friends here that I used to sell next to, and he's asked for my number because he wants to buy a watch off me, so it's not been a wasted morning. Yeah, so after this I'm going to go to the fruit and veggie market, which is about 20 minutes drive from here, but and I'll give you some idea of what goes on there. And I always like old photos and pictures. I'm also looking for books to read, but I have a couple of different authors I like to read. It's getting sunny now, which is good, so it was looking like rain earlier on. Here I am. I've just stopped on the way back from the markets. It's turned out quite nice, so I thought I'd just stop at the park. Just show you one of the parks here. A lot of people exercise here in the mornings. They have a little cafe over the... I'm not sure whether that goes all week, but I know it goes the weekends. Lots of little wee birds. Yeah, so nice big ducks there. Yum yum. Peking duck. Yum yum. They look like they've been bred with just a native duck, because they've got the look of a native duck, but way too big. Not unless they get well fed here. Maybe that's why. Anyway, yeah, so you can walk right around. It goes right around the big circle. It's got nice little islands in the middle. And I think there's a certain type of bird that nests here. They, like a scavenger bird, I think they call them bin chooks, which is a bit of a nasty name, but anyway, that's what they're called here. And yeah, the water's clean and clear. Yeah, it's good. Can't see any fish in there, but you know, there's lots of people jogging and exercising and walking the dogs, and yeah, it's very pleasant. So I'm just going to take a 10-minute walk around. And look what I see in the water, a $100 note. You think it's real? No, it's not. See, someone's tricked lots of people with that. So I'll just put it back there. And that's a photocopied $100 note. So I've just sat down here. Now I've got to get up. And yeah, so $100 sitting there in the water. Fake as. Anyway, could be worse. I'm actually good at finding money, actually. Money finds me. Anyway, that was a bit of fun. Finding $100. Not. Okay, so that's someone's tricked people there. Oh, so I saw some little fish down there. If there's fish in here, they'll be around here somewhere. No, can't see any fish. Anyway, so this is there's a lot of these parks with lakes in Perth because they use them for runoff when there's a lot of water from the rains. So the rainwater comes into here. There's all sorts of little birds around. Yeah, so the water collects in these lakes, and yeah, the bird life has a ball, and yeah, it's nice. And there's so many people walk their dogs here, and there's various playgrounds around, and yeah, everyone enjoys it. No littering, as you can see. It's pretty good here. There's rubbish bins everywhere, and most people respect that. Yeah, so I'm in a bit of a shady spot now. There's an exercise playground. That's probably where I should be. Right, I think I'm getting close to the bird breeding. I can smell a little smell, and yes, it's still here. I used to live over this part of the city a few years ago. I was looking after someone's dog while they were overseas, so I was looking. Oh, there's some baby ducks down there, so that's quite early for ducks. So it's usually spring they come, but that mum jumped the gun a bit, and there's all the birds. They're called ibis, so they're nesting here. Yeah, and they travel all around and digging the ground for worms and stuff. And yeah, the reason they're called bin chooks is if you leave your rubbish bin open, they'll get in and get all the rubbish out of it. So there's the little ducks going across the lake. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Anyway, it's good to see new life around after this pandemic we've got going on. We're lucky here in Perth. We don't have any. I'll see if I can find some baby birds here. Can't even see any nests actually, but I don't know how they nest. They just seem to all sit in the top of the tree. Maybe the nests, I think the nests are further in. I can just see some birds lying down in there. So, yeah. So that's the ibis. Not sure whether it's native to Australia, but yeah, they're a funny looking thing with a big long beak, and that's for digging in the ground. And yeah, so there'd be a few hundred of them here, and I suppose they're not causing any harm. But, yeah. Anyway, so that's looking back down to where I've walked. I'm on just a walkway at the moment across to an island, and I'll continue here. The birds smell a little bit, but it's not bad. It's not a bad smell. Anyway, there's a little wee rotunda here where we can. Oh, what's that little bird down there? There's a little bird. Must have a nest. You just see his head sticking out. So anyway, yeah, so this is a really nice spot here. Just see if there's any nests up there. No, can't see any. Little birds usually nest in places like that. Give some shelter and shade. Yeah, so you can walk right around the other side around there, and there's an island out there, and then way around there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, that's just my distraction on my way to going to the fruit and veg market. Way down there is a big black swan. He's pretty hard. He's got his neck down at the moment, but you might be able to make him out. He's the biggest bird around here. So yeah, the black swan is like an iconic bird in Perth, because the river here is called the Swan River, and I'm pretty sure that's because of the swans. Maybe not, but I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, as you can see, the day's not too bad. Everyone's out, even Mum's running, pushing prams. Good on ya. Get rid of that belly. Okay, well, I'll make this do and then I'll head to the fruit and veg markets.
$225 for a pair of them. Whoa. They must be rare.
Here's a lionfish. It's a poisonous fish, so it's a bit dangerous. There's some Nemo fish. And there's some cute little fish. Nemos. Nice little fish. Down here's a different one. And up here we have many Nemos. And these are the fighting fish. They stay in little wee containers. They fight with each other if they're together. That's so different. What do we have up here? These are the goldfish. Up the top, some big ones. Right up there, those big ones. Hello. Now that's my two budgies, and the bigger one is called Buster, and he's mostly blue, and he's about 6 months old. And then the other one is called Gem, and she's got a lot of white on her back and a bit of blue on her front, and she's a couple of months old, so she's younger. And I think she's a girl and he's a boy, so they seem to get on okay. So maybe in 6 months, maybe they might be able to have babies, if I'm correct. Anyway, so I can put my hand in. I can put my hand in there and touch them, and yeah, they're a little bit scared still, but they'll get better. They'll get tamer, and maybe they'll learn to say some words. Okay, so that's the two budgies. They're Australian, naturally out in the desert, in the wild in Australia. There's big flocks of them, many thousands. Okay, so that's introducing Buster and Gem.